have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing to say it always keeps.
Hey, what is going on, guys? DbzSim here, coming at you with a new video, and this is going to be the official last part to the All Skills series, and this is going to be every single part compiled into one episode. Convenient for you guys, I've located, the Ki Blast Supers, Strike Supers, Ki Blast Ultimates, and Strike Ultimates all on the screen. You can just click either one of the pictures, it'll take you directly to the starting of, that section, and yep, everything is in this video. All the information you need to know about the Xenoverse attacks are in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and stayed tuned all the way till the end, because there will be a special message from me at the end of this video. Peace out and enjoy. Alright guys, starting off with the original Kamehameha. It does 88 damage without charging it, 146 with a full charge. You can pick it up from PQ3. I'd say it has long range and fast speed. Not much to talk about that one. Moving on to Spirit Bomb, 274 damage. I believe that's the most out of any Ki Blast Super. You can pick it up from having Goku as your master. And this can also be a long range attack, but it's really slow on the speed scale. And let's go to Riot Javelin. 97 it'll do if your health is not very low. 244 it'll do if your health bar is flashing with this crazy damage, considering it's a long range attack, and it also has medium speed. I'd say you can pick it up from PQ55. So that's a pretty cool effect. Moving on to Tyrant Lancer, another one of Bardock's moves. Does 69 damage, although it's very fast. Has a long range, and you can pick it up from PQ52. Grade 8 Festival. Moving on to times 10 Kamehameha, 98 without a charge. I'd say it's medium speed without a charge, still long range. 214 with a full charge, and it's very slow with a full charge. Still long range. You can pick it up from having Goku as your master. Moving on to Consecutive Energy Blast. Does 62 damage. I guess it's a fast attack, very short range. I believe you can get it from the shop, or you can get it right at the game's start, depending on what race you chose. Moving on to Kamehameha, which is a faster version of Kamehameha. It doesn't have a charge, believe it or not. And it does 67 damage. You can pick it up from PQ53. Fast attack, long range. And Masenko, another fast attack, does around the same damage, 68, short range, short to medium range, and you can pick it up from PQ9. Ki Blast Cannon, this is a very short range attack, does 30 damage, but I believe it's great for melee users. When you're doing a combo and they're flying at you, just use this, and you can keep chaining the combo. You can pick it up from having Gohan and Videl as your master. And it's a pretty fast attack. Evil Explosion. This is another charge attack. Without a charge, it'll still do 118 damage. It's a short range attack, but it's quite fast. You can pick that up from having Piccolo as your master. Full charge, it'll do 156 damage. A little bit slower. It says on the slower scale when you gotta full charge it, but the range actually bumps up too. I'd give it medium range, so that's nice, and the extra damage. Light Grenade, another chargeable from having Piccolo as your master. Without a charge, 68 damage, long range, and I give it medium speed. 146 over doubles with the full charge, and still long range, but also long casting time, so it's going to be a little bit harder to hit your opponent with. Evil Eyes, another move learned from Piccolo's mastership. Does 29 damage, medium speed attack, as the opponent can see it coming before it blows up the area, and it's long range. It'll hit them from anywhere. Destructo Disc, you can learn this from having Krillin as your master. It does 110 damage. It'll follow them around for a little bit, and I'd say it's a long range attack. Medium speed, considering it takes a while before it hits your opponent. Moving on to Turtle Style Last Resort. 88 damage. You can buy from the shop at some point for 100,000 Zenny, I believe. Medium range attack. It does not hit from all ranges, and it's quite slow. But, you know, it does decent damage, and it stuns your opponent for a little bit, so that's cool. Ki Blast Thrust. 98 damage. You can learn that from having Yamcha as your master. It almost looks like a strike super when you use it, but it is a Ki Blast super attack. Short to medium range and pretty fast. Pretty fast attack. Moving on to Dodon Ray, you can learn that from having Tien as your master. Only does 30 damage, but it's crazy fast. Your opponent will not see it coming. The range is short to medium on this. It does not reach all the way, you know, across the map to your opponent, but it's quite fast, so that's useful. Another Tien master move, Tri-Beam. Medium to short range. It does not go all the way again, but it does a little bit more damage. 88. In this video, I forgot you have to tap it again after you tap it one time to use it. So I'd say it's a medium to long range, long speed move. Pretty good for its damage. And last one for this video is going to be Double Sunday. 68 damage. You can pick this up from PQ3 very early in the game. I'd say fast on the speed and long range. It can hit your opponent no matter where they are. Yeah, that's gonna be it for all the Ki Blasts in this part. Let's get right into it. Starting off with Saturday Crash. Does 18 damage, which isn't much, but it's crazy fast. It stuns your enemy for 2 to 3 seconds, and is long range. You can pick it up from PQ22. Pretty good for melee users as it stuns your opponent. Moving on to Shining Friday, does 88 damage. It's another fast attack, but it's short range. You gotta be pretty much right in front of the person to hit them, and you can pick that up from PQ49. Bomber DX, 88 damage. Medium speed on this one, and mid-range. It doesn't go all the way across. You know, the opponent has to be a little bit within your reach to hit them. You can pick it up from PQ22. Pretty good move there. Big hitbox. And next we got Genocide Shell. It's a fast attack, very short range as well. You throw out 4 little key balls in front of you. It does 60 damage per ball, but once the opponent hits one, all of them blow up anyway, so I couldn't see it doing the full 240 with all the 4 balls combined, but, you know, good attack. You can get it from PQ49. And Gallic Gun, classic. It'll do 68 damage without a charge. It'll do 126 with a full charge, and you can get it from having Vegeta as your master. It's a fast attack, long range, and it's pretty good. Moving on to Flash Strike. 30 damage, not much, but it's a medium speed attack. Long range, will really hit them from anywhere. You can pick it up from PQ9. Pretty good attack. Finish Breaker. Another one of Vegeta's master moves, does 100 damage. If you get all the hits in, which is kind of hard. It's a fast attack, and it's short to mid-range. If you want to get all the hits in, you definitely got to be right up close and personal with them, because the Ki Blasts is spread out pretty far if they're far away. Another Vegeta master move, Shine Shot. 40 damage, super fast attack, and it also goes long range. It's very hard for opponents to block this because, you know, it just kind of happens out of nowhere. It's a very fast attack. And it almost always hits. It's actually pretty hard to dodge as well. Moving on to Rikuma Racer Gun, 215 damage. It's a slow attack, but it has long range, and you can pick it up from PQ12. I like using this move, chaining it with Gravity Impact. A lot of people don't do this. They use Perfect Shot or Vanishing Ball, but this does more damage than both of them. Even though it's a lot slower, it still hits them after using Gravity Impact, so I'd recommend that combo. And Crusher Ball, 87 damage. You can get that from PQ12. Medium speed attack, I'd say, and it's long range. I also love using this for melee combos. You guys are probably wondering, how is that possible? Well, after you use it, as you can see, the opponent twirling there in midair for like 3 to 4 seconds. At any point when they're twirling there, you can punch them and get into another combo. You can use any attack, really. I've seen people use Crusher Ball and the Gravity Impact into another Ki Blast after that. Lots of possibilities with that move. Moving on to Milky Cannon. You get this from having Captain Ginyu as a master. It's a fast attack, mid to short range, does 98 damage. Used to be bugged, thank God they fixed that, or it would be doing like crazy damage. The bug used to make it do well more than just one Milky Cannon. There would be 3, 4 popping out after you just tapped it once, but good thing they fixed that. Death Beam, 88 damage for all 3 of the beams. That's right, you can tap this twice more after the first time to do 2 additional beams without any more key bars being used. You can get that from having Freeze as your master. It's a fast attack, but short range, short to mid range, I'd say, because it does not go all the way across. Death Slash, you can get 30 damage. This one does. You can get it from PQ12. Another fast attack, but very short range. You got to be pretty much right in front of the person to hit them with this. Only 30 damage as well, so not a very good move there unless you're gonna be comboing with it. 32 Death Slicer does 58 damage with 1 slice, 117 with 2 slices. The way this move works is after you throw it, well, after you use it, you can tap it again at any point and it'll redirect your opponent. So, as I showed here, it goes past him after hitting him once, and I tap it again, it comes back and hits him a second time to add up to 117 damage. You can get this from PQ15, it's a fast attack and long range, I'd say. Pretty good move right there. And next we got Burning Attack, one of my favorite attacks just because of how it looks. Always been one of my favorites. Does 98 damage. You get it from PQ19. It's a slow attack. The opponent will definitely see it coming with you know, moving your hands in all kinds of directions. But it's long range, so it can hit them from anywhere. Next we got Godbreaker. I'm not putting a speed. It does 118 damage. I'm not putting a speed on this because it's a counter move, and it goes infinite range because no matter you know, at any point they hit you, it will activate the counter. It's a pretty strong attack. I see a lot of people using this with their Key Blast builds, and you can get it from PQ21. Pretty good counter move right there. Next we got another counter move, Change the Future. I forgot to mention Godbreaker was counters for punches and strike supers. Now Change the Future here, 116 damage. This is a counter for a Key Blast attack, so if someone hits you with any Key Blast attack, they'll go right up to them in the face and hit them with a counter. You know, no range, you can hit them from any range with this. Doesn't really have a speed, it's a counter move, and you can pick it up from PQ26. Last but not least, we got Finish Buster, another one of Trunks' moves. It's 100 damage, right on the dot. It's a fast attack, and it has long range, so pretty well-rounded move right there. You can pick it up from PQ32. That's going to be it for the Key Blast in this video. Let's get right into it here, starting off with Double Buster. The 72 damage. Give medium speed, it's not that quick, and long range, you can hit your opponent from anywhere. You can pick that up from PQ29. And next we got Side Bridge. Kinda reminds me of Frieza's Death Slicer move. It does 78 damage, it's a fast move, and has long range, just like Frieza's Death Slicer. It'll come right back, but you don't have to tap it twice like you do with Frieza's Death move. Up next we got Flash Bomber. Does 82 damage. It's pretty fast, but it has really short range. I would not recommend trying this even at medium range or long range. You can get this after wishing for it from Shenron the first time. You will get it in the pack of super attacks. You gotta wish for super attacks to get this. Up next we got Thunder Eraser. Does 30 damage, but it stuns your opponent, as you can see. This one also you get from wishing from Shenron the first time. It's a fast attack, but it also has short range. But that stun could come in handy at many times. Not a lot of people expect it. Next we got Power Blitz, 116 damage. You can get it from having Android 18 as your master. It's a fast attack. It also has long range. This is great for comboing with a melee guy. You know, when you're in the middle of a combo and your opponent vanishes behind you, you can activate this and it'll hit them. They'll be stunned for, like, you know, half a second as usual. When an attack hits, you can turn around and get right back into punching. Next we got Endless Shoot, another Android 18 master move, does 74 damage. It's quite slow as your character does this little jump back and then shoots some Key Blasts, but it does have long range, so not bad of a move there. Next we got Gravity Impact, very popular move, does 98 damage. Medium speed, I'd say, because a lot of people can expect it now. And short range. The cool thing about this move is you have slight invincibility during use of it. You know, while you're using it, while the gravity impact's coming up, nothing will do damage to you, nothing will stagger you or anything like that. And you can pick that up from having Cell as your master. Up next we got Perfect Shot, 161 damage. Gravity Impact and Perfect Shot. A lot of people that are using Ki Blast builds use this combo. Gravity Impact and Perfect Shot. I can see why. Perfect Shot does some pretty good damage. You know, combo's good with Gravity Impact. Medium speed, I'd say it's not the quickest. And long range, you can hit them from anywhere. You can also have that from having Cell as your master. Up next we got Innocence Bullet, a really cool move. Does 60 damage, but it poisons when it hits them. And it does constant damage throughout. You can see during the video, it'll keep going down at a rate of about 5 damage per second, I'd say. Medium range, it doesn't go all the way across. Medium speed, sorry, has short range. There's a little bit of an animation before you start it up, so it's medium speed, and you can pick that up from PQ34. Pretty cool move there. Up next we got Innocence Cannon, 148 damage. It's a slow move. A lot of people can expect it. You can just move out of the way of the ball, and also has short range. The person's got to be right in front of you to use this. You can pick it up from PQ36. Most of the damage comes after the ball has hit the ground and they do that little bounce. So yeah, if they manage to get their way out of it before that hits, it won't be doing a lot of damage. Next we got Ill Flash, 88 damage, very fast move, and it has a medium range. I like using this move a lot because nobody expects it coming, and even when you block it, it still does some decent damage for some reason. It does, I'd say more than half it would, even when you're blocking it. You can pick that up from PQ36. Great move for Ki Blast builds. Next we got Ill Bomber. This is a Majin only move. No other race can use this except Majins, and I love it. It's an awesome move. Does 96 damage, and you temporarily become invincible. As you can see, you can just move around freely. You can back away from the opponent, let your stamina or ki or whatever you want refill. Medium speed, I'd say, and short range. Short range if you want to hit your opponent with it, get the damage, but you know, you could activate it anywhere and become invincible for a little bit. You can pick that up from PQ37. Great move for Majins. Up next we got Ill Rain. This move seems not that good to me. There's 40 per blast that it shoots out after the rain is up there. Slow move because the raining Ki blasts don't even come out instantaneously. It does have long range, but I hardly found myself ever hitting my opponents with this from long range. You can pick this up from PQ48. Up next we got Majin Kamehameha. Of course this is a Majin only move. 88 damage without charging it, and 146 with a full charge. It's a fast move, long range. You can pick it up from PQ55, the last PQ. Next we got Vanishing Ball, 161 damage. That does the same damage as Perfect Shot, by the way. A lot of people think Perfect Shot does more, that's why they combo with Gravity Impact, but nope, Vanishing Ball and Perfect Shot both do the same damage. Vanishing Ball, medium speed, I'd say, is a little animation before you throw it, and long range. Pick that up from PQ38. Up next, we got one of Gotenk's moves, Die Missile Barrage, 129 damage, medium speed, I'd say, and long range. This move is nice because it shoots out a lot of Ki blasts, so if you have a Z-Soul that activates upon having a chance when you inflict damage, that's pretty good because that's a lot of hits. You can pick that up from having Gotenks as your master. Next we got Galactic Donuts, another Gotenks master move. 176 damage, which is a lot of damage, but it's a really slow attack. Your opponent will probably see it coming. Has long range though, so if you manage to get them with this, it'll do pretty good damage. And last but not least, we got Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack, another third Gotenks move. This is a super attack version, of course, not the ultimate. It's a 78 damage, medium speed attack, I'd say, and it has long range. It's gonna be it for the Ki Blast in this video. Let's get started right away with Big Bang Attack. 108 damage. You can get it from PQ17. has medium speed and long range. This attack is even great for when you're juggling people in midair and enemies flying at you. You can use this, it'll stop them in their tracks and still work. It'll catch them in the Big Bang attack. Moving on to Split Finger Shot, 88 damage, get from PQ37, fast speed and long range. Recently seen a lot of people using this online. It's a pretty good attack. Moving on to Blaster Shell, 128 damage if you get all the hits in, 16 each little ball. You can get that from PQ54. Fast attack and has long range. Pretty good attack right there, I'd recommend that. Next we got God of Destruction's Anger, 98 damage. To get this, you're gonna have to have Beerus as your master. Fast attack with medium range, doesn't go all the way. By the way, to have Beerus as your master, you have to have completed Goku as a master first, and sparred with him once after completing his mentor missions and stuff. Next we got God of Destruction's Wrath. Does around 148 damage if you get as many hits as I did in the video, but there's no way of telling exact damage. You can get it from PQ44. It's a pretty fast attack, but it has short to medium range, I'd say. Some do hit at medium range, but I'd keep it short range if you want to do a lot of damage. I would recommend this move mostly if you're going to be doing PQs with a lot of people, or like 3v3s, maybe even 2v2s online. Yeah, that's what I'd recommend it for. Moving on to Faint Shot, 38 damage. You're going to need Pan as your master for this one. And to have Pan as your master, you got to have DLC 2. Fast attack, has long range, pretty good there. Kind of reminds me of Shine Shot. Next we got Freezing Beam, does 20 damage, but it freezes your opponent for 4 to 5 seconds. You can get it from DLC Pack 2 in the second parallel quest in the DLC pack. It's a fast attack and it has medium range. Next we got Ice Field, 48 damage, a little more than Freezing Beam, but it freezes a little bit less, I'd say for 2 to 3, maybe 3 to 4 seconds. This is also from DLC 2, but you can just buy this straight from the shop. Medium speed, but short range. This is better for, again, more enemies, and Freezing Beam before is better for 1v1 type situations, because Ice Field can freeze multiple enemies at a time. Next we got Burst Attack. Very cool looking attack. Does 112 damage. You can get this from DLC 2 as well. PQ2 in DLC 2. Medium speed, and we got long range on this one. Really cool looking attack there. Up next we got Burst Reflection, 78 damage, also from DLC 2, also from the second PQ in DLC 2. Slow attack and long range. I don't really see what's cool about this deck. It looks kind of fancy, I guess, but not that effective. Next we got Dragon Flash Bullet, 78 damage. It can be charged. You can hold it to keep doing more Dragon Flash bullets, but it knocks them back even when it's hitting them. You can get this as a wish from Shenron. The second time you wish for a super attack, it'll be included in the pack of super attacks you get. So you gotta wish once and then wish again for super attacks, and then you'll get this move. It's a fast attack, short range. I really would not recommend this move. It's just really unreliable. Knocks back your enemy. There's no point in charging this move, by the way. Up next we got Whirlwind Blade, another awesome looking move. Kind of reminds me of, what was it? Burst attack up there. Anyways, this move does 138 damage. Medium speed and short range. You can also get this from wishing. You gotta wish to shine around the second time you wish for super attacks to get this. Pretty cool attack, looks nice. Up next we got Big Bang Kamehameha, 213 damage. You get it from PQ49, but it's a really slow attack and it has medium range. I'd mostly be rocking this in PQs and stuff. Maybe 3v3s, 2v2s, but the opponent can dodge it easily in a 1v1 situation. Up next we got Energy Shot. Only does 20 damage. You can get it from the first PQ ever, PQ1. It's a fast attack with long range. This attack is actually, even though it's a Ki Blast attack, great for melee combos. When you're in the middle of a combo, you don't want to stop it, just pop out Energy Shot and continue with your combo. The enemy won't be able to get away if you do it in the middle of punching, you know, unless they vanish. So it's great for melee users as well. Next we got Gallic Beam Cannon, 68 damage without a charge, 128 with a full charge. Another awesome looking attack here. You can get this from DLC 2, the third PQ in DLC 2. Fast attack with long range. Up next we got Infinity Explosion. This is another chargeable attack, 70 without a charge and 128 with a full charge. Same place, DLC 2, Parallel Quest 3 in DLC 2. Medium speed attack, I'd say, and it has short range. It has a little bit of a knockback when you use it, so that's nice. And last of all the Ki Blast supers that we've done, number 71, Prelude to Destruction. Does 73 damage with one hit and 145 with two hits. Sometimes it hits twice. I don't know, might be a bug, but it happens, so I thought I'd include that. You can get that from PQ43. It's a fast attack with medium range. Alright, it's going to be it for all the Ki Blast supers. We're going to be doing Strike supers very soon. And let's get right into it with Drain Charge. One of the three draining moves. This one drains Ki and solely Ki. Does 68 damage. You can pick it up from PQ22. It's a fast attack with short range. And that's going to be the pattern we're seeing for a lot of these Strike supers, is a fast attack, short range, because, you know, they generally are all fast attacks, and most of them do have short range because they're melee focused. But moving on to the next drain move, we got Super Drain, the most popular one, and this one does 86 damage. That's right, guys. All the drain moves have different damage. Super Drain does more. 86 damage. You can pick it up from PQ28, also a fast attack with short range. Moving on. Actually, let me just mention that Super Drain takes stamina and solely stamina. And now we got Hyper Drain, which is a mix of Drain Charge and Super Drain. It takes Ki and stamina, but it doesn't take as much Ki as Drain Charge does, and it doesn't take as much stamina as Super Drain does. I believe it takes half that each would alone. So, still pretty good attack there. Does the most damage, 97 damage. Pick it up from PQ48. It's a fast attack with short range. Moving on to Deadly Dance. There's 116 damage. You can pick this up from Training with Android 18. Also a fast attack with short range, of course. Cool looking move there. Next we got Super Dragon Fist. Does 126 damage. Pick it up from PQ42. Fast attack, short range, I'd say. Although it can hit your opponent from pretty far away, but still relatively short range. Also a beautiful looking attack there. Moving on to Rebellion Spear. You can pick this up from PQ86. I mean, PQ50, it does 86 damage, sorry. It's another fast attack, but this one has long range. Once you activate it, you will be invincible for a short amount of time, but I believe any damage that you would be taking gets decreased from your stamina instead while this attack is in use. So yeah, use this, you'll have invincibility, you know, semi-invincibility. That's one of the few long-range Strike supers. Moving on to Kamehameha Boost, 106 damage. You can pick it up from DLC number 1 and the second PQ in DLC Pack 1. It's a slower attack, but it has medium range. Another cool looking attack there. The Strike supers are all very nice looking, I gotta be honest. Moving on to Paper, Rock, Scissors. I think it's Rock, Paper, Scissors. I don't know. The name's all jumbled here, but does 114 damage. You can also pick this up from DLC Pack 1, PQ3 in DLC Pack 1. It's a fast attack with a short range. It's kind of like, it's almost like an unlimited pose attack, except like it doesn't activate automatically when your opponent hits you. Basically, you press the button combination. You can use square, triangle. I think it's square, triangle, and circle you can use. And if you use all three, you can do the full 114 damage. Yeah, that's a pretty cool move there, almost like an unlimited counter. Moving on to Power Pole, 78 damage. You can also pick this up from DLC Pack 1, PQ3 in DLC Pack 1. Medium speed, has a little bit of an animation before hitting, and it does have long range, another one of the longer range strike supers. And if your opponent's flying around and happens to dodge it, if they run into it while the Power Pole is still out, they'll still take that 78 damage, surprisingly. So running into a pole can give your opponent some damage. Okay. Next we got Power Pole Combo, one of my all-time favorite moves. If you guys have seen me on stream or my fights on my Majin, my male Majin tank, I use Power Pole a lot. Because it closes distance fast, has a really fast time, fast speed attack, and medium range. It's 105 damage if you get all the hits off. DLC Pack 1, PQ3 in DLC Pack 1. The thing is, it's 105 damage if you get all the hits off, but I would usually suggest not doing all the attacks, finishing right before it does the final animation, knocking your opponent back, because then you can stop the animation and get right into a melee combo, and your opponent won't be knocked away. So that's my recommendation. Great move there. Moving on to Charge, 58 damage. Pick it up from PQ29. It's a medium speed attack and it has about medium range. Yeah, nothing much to say about that. Next we got Stone Bullet, the ultimate troll move. Does 2 damage for each stone you throw. I think the max amount of stones is 21, which is mounting to 42 damage. You can pick it up from PQ32. It's a fast attack with medium range. Pretty funny move there. You just throw rocks at your opponent. Next up we got Evil Ray Strike, 88 damage. Pick it up from PQ2. It's a fast attack with medium range. This move has invincibility frames as well, so when you're using it, any damage your opponent would be doing to you, I think it's taken away from your stamina, and yeah, it works kind of like Evil Whirlwind in which you can't be staggered while using it. So that's a pretty cool move. Moving on to the very popular Evil Rise Strike, 124 damage, but that isn't official because sometimes it can hit multiple times. I've had my Evil Rise Strike hit up to 3 times, I think, which is crazy. And yeah, you can pick it up from PQ2. It's a fast attack with short range. Pretty good move there. A little bit broken. Maybe they'll fix that in the future. Next up we got Super Dragon Flight. Awesome looking move here. Does 116 damage. You can pick it up from PQ19. It's a fast attack with short range, and this move also has some invincibility frames. And when I say the phrase invincibility frames, I mean when you're using this attack, you won't be staggered. You'll be temporarily invincible, and that's what I mean if you guys are confused. So that attack has some invincibility frames, just like the next one up here, Evil Whirlwind. Very popular move here, 124 damage. You can pick it up from PQ24. It's a fast attack with short range, and it'll knock back your opponent. This move's very popular simply because it has great damage, it's a fast attack, and it has invincibility frames. So all around, great attack right there. Next up we got a counter move, Burst Rush, 96 damage. You can pick it up from PQ35. It doesn't really have a speed as a counter move, doesn't really have a range because it's a counter move, but it's one of the few strike counter moves. I think this and Pressure Sign are the only strike counter moves. But yeah, this one will counter strike attacks and just basic attacks, so it won't work against Ki Blast attacks, but yeah, it'll work against the other ones. Last but not least, we have Evil Flight Strike. This move can only be used by Namekians and Majins, so keep that in mind. Does 125 damage. You can pick it up from PQ33. It's a fast attack with short range. I can see why it's only used by Namekians and Majins because of the flailing of the extended arms. So, sorry to anyone else who's not using those characters, but Namekians and Majins only. Well, let's get started right away. First up, we got Orin Combo. Surprisingly a decent attack, even though you learn it from Krillin, who's shit. It does 116 damage. you know, you can learn it from master, having Krillin as your master. It's a fast attack, short range. Again, that's a pattern we're going to be seeing with a lot of Strike Supers, fast and short range, because that's just how they work. Not much to say about that attack. It works pretty good when your opponent's coming at you, and you hit them with this, like before they even make their way to you. You know, they won't be able to interrupt your move, and you'll combo them right in the face. So it's a good interruption move. Anyways, let's get into cross arm dive. 115 damage. You can buy this from the shop. It's pretty fast attack with short range. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. It's kind of unreliable to me. It doesn't work in a lot of situations, but I mean, it's a cool looking attack, I guess. 115 damage, so not bad. Next up, we got a Wolf Fang Fist. Another move learned from a shitty character, but it's not that bad. 96 damage. Learn from having Yamcha as your master. It's a medium speed attack, has a little weird ass animation before you start it up, and it's a short range attack. I have long range written here. What the hell? It's definitely a short range attack. But yeah, if it would be cool if this damage, I mean, if this move did more damage, because it's really an awesome looking move. Oh, now this makes a little bit more sense. Fake death. A shitty mentor with a shitty move. Yep, fake death. Believe it or not, this actually does do damage. 10 damage if they're right next to you when you get up. And you learn it from having Yamcha as your master. It's a fast attack. It pretty much works at any range. Next up, we got Volleyball Fist. Pretty shitty move here. 38 damage. You can learn it from having Tien as your master. It's a fast attack with short range. I don't know if I was messing up doing this move or something, but I tested it multiple times, and 38 damage. Yeah, you might as well throw that move away. Don't even put that on. Next up, we got Arm Crash. This is a great move right here. 96 damage. Believe it or not, this move does not do more damage, even if you fully charge it. But if you fully charge it and your opponent is blocking, it will completely break their stamina. Meaning their stamina will be completely depleted. It'll be gray, and it'll have to recover. So you guys can get some free hits on them. They won't be able to vanish or evade for a while. You can pick it up from PQ5. It's a fast attack with short range, of course. Next up, we got Sledgehammer. 78 damage without a charge, 134 with a full charge. Pick it up from PQ13. Fast attack with short range. Pretty cool move here. You won't get the opportunity to do the full charge all the time, but you can always throw these at the end of some melee combos. It looks cool. Not a bad attack there. Next up, we got Mach Punch. 72 damage. You can pick it up from PQ12. Of course, it's going to be a fast move with Birder's move. Short range. Not a bad move here. The thing I like about the Mach moves, the Mach Punch and Mach Kick, they have a really good hitbox. They have a pretty good range too. Like, even though it's a short range, if you're a little bit far away, it'll reach up and hit your opponent still. So I like the Mach moves. They're not that bad. Next up, we got Mach Kick. I personally think it's better than Mach Punch because there's a little bit more damage. 86 damage here. You can pick it up from PQ18. Of course, it's a fast move, and it also has short range. This one has a little bit more of a range, I'd say, than Mach Punch. It has a little bit more of a little startup animation than Mach Punch, so a little bit shorter on starting up. I mean, a little bit slower on starting up, but the Mach moves are not that bad. They're pretty good. Not bad moves. I'd recommend them. Next up, we got Raccoon Kick. 96 damage, and what a couple people don't know about this move is if you hit someone with Raccoon Kick, it actually gives you a 10% basic attack, actually 10% attack buff, so it'll do 10% more damage for, I don't know how long that lasts, but if you hit Raccoon Kick on your opponent, which is kind of hard to do, you'll get a 10% upgrade on your attack. So you can pick it up from PQ11. It's a medium speed attack with long range. It's kind of hard to hit with this move, but if you do, has a little bit of a treat in there for you. 10% upgrade to the damage. Next up, we got Saucer Blade. This move is just awesome looking. Does great damage to 174 damage. You can pick it up from PQ11. Medium speed attack with short range. This is a great move. It is a great move, but hitting it can be tough sometimes, guys. Does a lot of damage. It's awesome looking. Short range. I'd recommend it though if you can find a way to make it hit more consistently. Next up, we got Death Crasher. This is like the shitty Pearl Flash. 86 without a charge. 144 with a full charge, even when that full charge is like 6 to 7 seconds of charging. You can learn it from having Frieza as your master. Keep in mind, guys, to have Frieza as your master, you gotta have completed Ginyu as a master first. Ain't that some bullshit? It's a fast attack if you're not charging it, and it has some long range. Next up, we got Final Cannon. 115 damage. You can pick it up from PQ53. Another fast attack with short range. This move's pretty cool. As you can see in the recording there, after the move is finished, your opponent is kind of floating in air for a second. If you time it right, you can get them right into a melee combo instantly after using this move. So, not a bad move there. Really not a bad move there. If you have basic attack points and you got some strike points in, throw this move on, see how it works for you. Not a bad move there. Next up, we got Freedom Kick. Used to be one of my favorites. I'll let you guys know why just in a moment here. 86 damage, PQ 27 you can pick it up from. It's a fast attack with infinite range. Infinite range. What I mean by infinite range is like exactly what it says. No matter where your opponent is. No matter where your opponent is, this attack will hit them. They can be all the way across the map, and this attack will get to them. Of course, it can be countered by a lot of moves, and actually, that's the only downfall of it, really. It can be countered by a lot of moves, but are you kidding me? The phone's ringing right now. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Anyways, it can be countered by a lot of moves, but that's really the only downfall of it. It's a fast attack, infinite range, so if your opponent's one of those running little punks, hit him with the Freedom Kick. They won't be running anymore. Next up, we got Meteor Crash. 62 damage without a charge, and 126 with a full charge. I don't know if I would call this a charge move at all, really, but if you hold the button down, you can hold it until you've used 3 key bars and it automatically stops. It'll do 162 damage. If you just press it, it'll take 1 key bar and do 62 damage, so 100 more damage if you full charge it. And you get that right at the start of the game. Everyone gets it. It's a fast attack with short range, of course. Next up, we got Android Kick. 86 damage. You can buy this from the shop after you got DLC number 2. Fast attack with long range, although I wouldn't rely on this too much, guys. I tried this online and I probably had a 1% hit ratio. Like, this move just does not hit your opponent. I try to figure out combos with it. I mean, I think it took just 3 tries to get it to hit in this video, to be honest. Alright, whatever. Next up, we got Strike of Revelation, one of Whis' moves. 96 damage. Pick it up from PQ44, fast attack with medium range. This move kind of reminds me of Android Kick by the fact that I can't get it to hit. I can't get it to hit. You gotta be at like a perfect certain range that'll go right to your opponent and smack them, but it won't work close range, and it won't work long range. It has to be at medium range. So, pretty weird move there. Last but not least, we got All Clear. 96 damage, which I don't know if that's right, because I feel like it should be higher than that. It usually is, but you can use this even while you're guarding. So someone comes up, they're about to kick you, guard, and then whip this out right after. Get him out of your face. Mentor, you get it from having Cell as your mentor. It's a fast attack with short range, of course. That's Justice Rush. 116 damage. You can pick this up from PQ30. It's a medium speed attack with short range. Don't got much to say about that attack. Up next we got Eagle Kick. 86 damage. You can learn this from having Gohan and Videl as your mentor. Fast attack with short range. And the thing I really like about this attack is after you hit this attack, you can carry on immediately right after into a melee combo, and your opponent will not be able to vanish out of it, only evade out of it. So if they don't have the stamina, they're going to get some good combos in there. So that's an awesome attack if you want to get right into a melee combo after. Up next we got Hawk Charge, pretty popular move in the striker play. 96 damage, you can learn it from having Gohan and Videl as your mentor again. Fast attack with short range. This attack is cool because the last hit of this attack will stay for 2 to 3 seconds. So if your opponent comes at you while that last hit is happening, they're gonna get hit. They're gonna take some damage for sure. Up next we got Angry Hit. This move is ass. This move is ass. 88 damage, PQ 36. It's a fast attack with strict medium range. Don't try this attack at short range, and don't try it at long range. If you see in the video, that's the exact range it has to be at, or something around there, to get that hit off. So, pretty bad attack there. Won't be getting, not very consistent there. Oh, talking about bad attacks, Zigzag Express. First of all, this move I couldn't get an accurate damage number on it. I just 38 damage is what I recorded in the video. This is a male Majin only move, not even race specific, race and gender specific. It's just like it's way too hard to control, and when you hit your opponent, it knocks them back. So I don't see the use of that. As soon as it hits them, it knocks them back. You can pick it up from PQ 31. It's a fast attack with short range. Would not recommend that. It's like a mini shitty blue hurricane. Yeah. Next up, we got Explosive Boo Boo Punch. Boo Boo Punch. Yeah, 96 damage. It's a Majin only move, female and male Majin. Pick it up from PQ 41. It's a fast attack with short range. This is basically like just like a glorified Mach Punch. It's a little bit better than Mach Punch. Looks cool with the Mach Punch as well. I don't know about the range. I think Mach Punch probably still has more range, but it's a pretty good move there. Not a bad move. Up next we got Pearl Flash. Very, very popular move in the striker play. I use it as well. 76 damage without a charge, 115 with a full charge, and sometimes it can hit multiple times, which they need to fix attacks that can hit multiple times. Because I always feel bad when hitting a Pearl Flash and hits him like 3 times. Takes as much damage like an ultimate. Don't even deserve that. Anyways, you can pick it up from PQ 36. It's a fast attack with mid-range. I would definitely recommend this move if you're a striker, because it's very fast. Get some quick damage out. And what I like to do is right after I hit it, I like to step dash towards them, get them into a melee combo while they're still recovering from the Pearl Flash shit. So yeah, that's a pretty nice move there. Up next we got Pressure Sign. The counter to everything. Pressure Sign. 76 damage. Pick it up from PQ 47. It doesn't really have a range or a speed. This is a counter move, but this, it'll counter Ki Blast, it'll counter punches, strike moves, grabs, anything. The thing is, there's a very small window that it will activate in. It's like 2 seconds, and the pose will stay for like 4 or 5 seconds. So those 3 seconds, they're vulnerable to everything. If the first 2 seconds you don't get the counter, so kind of risky, but it does have a reward. Unless we got Gigantic Omega, another very popular strike play move, 96 damage. Pick it up from PQ 51. Medium speed attack with long range. The thing about this attack is it has pretty good tracking. I found myself getting hit by this a lot more than I should. And in the video, like you see me hitting him initially before the green ball comes at him. If you're far away and you can't reach him, the green ball will still hit him, and it won't count as Ki Blast damage, it will count as strike damage, so that's interesting. Also, this move will pass right through Godbreaker. Like, I don't know why, but it passes right through Godbreaker. The green ball, at least. Yeah, so does All Clear, actually. Me and Virgo found that out. If you guys seen his Godbreaker video, definitely check that out as well, actually. Next up, we got God of Destruction's Rampage. 106 damage. Pick it up from PQ 40, fast attack with short range. Cool looking move here, not much to say about that. I don't find myself getting all the hits on my opponent often, but it's a cool looking move. Next up we got Ice Claw, another one of my favorite moves. It just has so much going for it. 67 damage. You can pick it up from DLC number 3, PQ2 in DLC 3. It's a fast attack with short range. I always use this move on my Majin to extend combos. And the second hit, no matter whether they're blocking or not, it will stun them. It will stun them for 2 to 3 seconds. So, awesome for chaining combos together. You know, awesome for getting a quick stun on your opponent. I love using it on my male Majin. You guys already know. Up next, we got Dynamite Kick. You guys might expect this move to be complete shit, but it's the strongest strike super in the game. That's right, guys. Dynamite Kick is the strongest strike super in the game. Learn from Hercule. Yeah. 2 damage, 2 damage without a charge. Hang on, bear with me. 2 damage without a charge, but 240 damage with a full charge. Even though that's like a 6 to 7 seconds of charging. If you get all those seconds off, it is definitely gonna pay off for some insane damage. If you use this on a maxed out striker, it's got to take at least 1/3 of your opponent's HP, no matter how much HP they have. You can pick it up from having Hercule as a mentor. It's a fast attack with short range. If you're gonna use this move, charge it fully or don't use it at all. Next up, we got Rolling Hercule Punch. This makes a little more sense. Learn from Hercule, and it's a shitty move. 10 damage, fast attack with medium range. I don't know, I couldn't see anyone using this at all, but somehow if you can manage to apply this to your build and make it work, you gotta drop it in the comments, let me know how, because I just have no clue. Let's move on to Meteor Blow. 82 damage, pick it up from PQ7, fast attack with short range. Not much to say about this. All the meteor attacks are pretty simple. You know, they kind of remind me of pretty much exactly how Goku's fighting style is in DbzSim, this basic stuff he does. Next up we got Meteor Strike, same damage, 82 damage, pick it up from PQ13, fast attack with short range. Pretty much identical attacks, just different animation really. Meteor Blow and Meteor Strike. Meteor Crash is completely different, and that's my favorite of the meteor attacks. Covered that in the last part, I believe. And up next we got Burning Slash, and Shining Slash. These moves cannot be used by Majin. These two moves can only be used by humans and Saiyans. On screen the damage is going to be insane, but I did the math, I did my calculations, and I made it proportional to all the other numbers. So Burning Slash will do 126 damage with the full animation with a little ki blast at the end. Is PQ, you can pick it up from PQ24. It's a fast attack with short range. So yeah, as you guys can see on screen, that at full strike super, like maxed out, that's how much damage it would do. Pretty insane. About 126 in proportion to the others. Up next we got Shining Slash, probably the most popular move for a strike build. Almost every strike build's gotta have Shining Slash. 89 damage. You can pick it up from PQ24. Again, only humans and Saiyans can use this. Fast attack with long range. If you charge this attack all the way, it'll automatically teleport your opponent no matter where they are. And just a heads up, guys, if you push the stick towards your opponent and punch after, it'll cancel the animation of putting the sword back into your the holster that's sometimes not even there, and you'll go right into punching, guys. Starting it off with Final Flash, 294 damage. You can get it from having Vegeta as your master. It's a medium speed attack with long range. Pretty good attack there. Always nice looking. All the ultimates really are pretty much cool looking. Pretty sure it's a Z-Soul that will buff this up a little bit, the damage. Next up we got Final Shine attack, 186 damage. Of course, that's only tapping it and not holding it. I'll get further into that in a second. You can get this from the skill shop for 600,000 Zenny after you've bought DLC Pack 1. It's a medium speed attack with long range. Now, if you hold this, you can use all your bars of ki and it'll do extra damage. If you're a Super Saiyan, I don't know if it's unlimited anymore. I heard they did a patch, or they nerfed this a little bit, so I'm not sure, but if you hold it, it'll use 1 bar of ki for the longer you hold it, and it'll do more damage. So it's a pretty cool attack there. Pretty sure it's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's ultimate. Next up we got Super Kamehameha, classic, 294 damage, same as Final Flash. You can get it from having Goku as your master, and it's a fast attack with long range. And I'm pretty sure there's Z-Soul that buffs that up as well. It's a cool attack there. Next up we got Super Spear Bomb, 370 damage, great damage there. You can get that after you've bought DLC Pack 1, PQ2 and DLC 1. It's a slow attack with long range. There is a Z-Soul for this that allows you to be invincible while it's in use, or while you're charging it up.
Pretty sure it's called Citizens of the Earth Protect Me. It buffs up the Super Spirit Bomb, and you're invincible while you're charging it up. So that's a great Z-Soul if you're going to be rocking Super Spirit Bomb. Next up we got Full Power Energy Blast Volley. Everybody knows about this ultimate. You can get this just with starting the game. 162 damage, fast attack with short range. Yeah. Next up we got Explosive Assault. 322 damage, so also pretty good damage there. You can get it from PQ14. Medium speed attack with medium range. This attack, if you don't hit your opponent, it leaves you pretty vulnerable. As you can see at the end there, he's my character's getting his breath back. So you want to make sure you can actually hit your opponent if you're going to be using this. Next up we got the really popular Special Beam Cannon, which you can learn from having Piccolo as your master. 274 damage, fast attack with long range. Of course, one thing people used to do a lot was Gravity Impact into Special Beam Cannon, because if it didn't have an evasive, it would hit them almost every single time because of how far back Gravity Impact knocks you. But it'll be a little bit harder to pull off now that Gravity Impact has been patched. Doesn't have that invincibility anymore. Next up we got Hellzone Grenade, another one of Piccolo's ultimates. You can get this one for PQ33. Only 146 damage, so not that much. It's a slow attack with long range. But the thing about this attack is it stuns their opponent and locks them into it. What I mean is, when you use this, about 3 to 4 seconds into the animation, your opponent will not be able to block or move at all. They can only use an evasive. But what a lot of people don't know is how to get out of it. Hold block before the Ki Blasts surround you, and then you can just dash out of the Ki Blasts. So if you guys want to know how to get a Hellzone Grenade, just block beforehand, and then you can walk right out of it after. Next up we got Chain Destructo Disc Barrage. One of Krillin's ultimates, I believe. You can get it from PQ16. 244 damage, medium speed attack with long range. But this particular ultimate has great tracking. If your opponents are really slow, you know, like Fad Majins, it'll be useful against them because it's going to be pretty hard for them to get away. It's a really fast tracking skill, so it's pretty good there. If your opponent's out of stamina, for example, they won't be able to escape this. It's too fast and the tracking is too good. So if they can't dash out of it, they're basically going to get hit. Next up we got another Krillin move, Scatter Kamehameha. This move is ass. Get it from having Krillin as your master. 244 damage, fast attack with medium range. Pretty much you can just walk out of this when the little Kamehameha is going up in midair. And it's never guaranteed the damage, but 244 was the highest I got. Next up we got Spirit Ball. Get it from having Yamcha as your master. To have him as your master, I believe you need DLC Pack 1. So yeah, it's a medium speed attack with long range. And the thing about this attack is it's really hard to evade. The only thing you can really do against this is block it or break your opponent's stamina, or I believe there are some evasive skills that actually break the Spirit Ball completely. Like I know Broly's evasive Blaster Meteor, I think, actually breaks the Spirit Ball. So there are some ways to get out of it, but it's really hard if you don't have stamina. That's all I can say. Next up we got Neo Tri-Beam. This is a really unique ultimate. 40 damage per blast. I'll get into that more. You can have from TN as your master. Also you need DLC Pack 1 to have TN as your master. It's a slow attack with long range. Now, 40 per blast. You can do an additional blast for 1 bar of stamina. So in total you can do it 10 times. Doesn't matter if you have Kaioken times 20 on and have unlimited stamina. You can use it 10 times for a total of 400 damage, which is insane. So use Kaioken times 20 and you can get 10 shots off right away. But yeah, it's only useful if you have a lot of stamina and willing to use it all. Next up we got Weekend, one of Raditz's ultimate attacks. 278 damage. Pick it up from PQ7. It's a slow attack with long range, kind of like Final Flash and Super Kamehameha, but slower and less damage, so I definitely go with one of those instead of Weekend. Next up we got another Raditz move, Vacation Delete. Another unique ultimate here. 132 damage, which isn't that much. It's a slow attack with long range, but it stuns your opponent, freezes them for 4 to 5 seconds, I believe. So if you hit your opponent with this, it also has some decent tracking. So it will hit your opponent sometimes with a wide radius as well. If you do, it'll stun them a little bit, as you can see in the video. And then you can hit them with something else after, if you're fast enough. Next up we got Break Cannon, one of Nappa's ultimates. 166 damage, although I believe if you have more ki, it does more damage. It takes all your ki bars, I think. Slow attack with long range, pretty cool attack there. Shooting ki blast out of your mouth is always awesome. Giant Storm, another one of Nappa's ultimates. 293 damage, so that's really good. Medium speed attack with long range. There are really cool combos with this attack. For example, Super Spirit Bomb into Giant Storm works. Innocence Cannon, the super skill, which puts him in a ball. If you use Giant Storm right after that, it'll stack for insane damage. So there are a bunch of cool combos you can do with Giant Storm and other attacks. Next up we got Gigantic Meteor, one of Broly's ultimate attacks, and 298 damage, which is really good, although it's really slow, pretty much useless, as you're charging up for 10 seconds and your opponent can break your stamina at any point during those 10 seconds. It is long ranged. Actually, if you have a Z-Soul on, I'm pretty sure it makes you invincible during use of Gigantic Meteor. So if you have that on, then it's not that bad, but really slow attack because of the charge up. Next up we got Sphere of Destruction, 273 damage. Beerus' ultimate, of course, slow attack, long range. I believe there is a couple Z-Souls that this attack increases stats or something with. So check those out. Can make this move even better. It's already a decent move. And last but not least for this part, we have Ultra Fighting Bomber, Recruit Ultra Fighting Bomber. Believe it or not, the highest damaging Ki Blast ultimate in the game, coming in at 440 damage. It's a medium speed attack with short range, but not a lot of people know about it, so I suggest you guys put this on. It does the most damage of any Ki Blast ultimate in the game, so definitely try it out. The opponent probably won't expect it. If they're right in your face, definitely hit it. Usually get the damage off. If you have 100 in Ki Blast or something, it's probably gonna one-hit them. I've used to one-hit people with this when I like using Ki Blast builds. So definitely try that out. Let's get right into it, guys. Starting it off with Crusher Volcano, 292 damage. You can pick it up from PQ18. It's a medium speed attack with long range. Cool thing about this attack is it has good tracking. Each one of the shots has pretty good tracking. And there's plenty of shots, so there's definitely a chance for you to hit your opponent, and of course that last shot is going to do the most damage. So yeah, not a bad ultimate there. Can be helpful in PQs with lots of enemies as well. Next up we got Supernova, 372 damage. You can learn it from having Frieza as your master. It's a slow attack with long range. Of course, if you have Frieza as your mentor and you get the Z assist with this, the damage is going to be crazy. And if you even, I'm pretty sure there's a Z Soul that boosts Supernova as well. So combine those two, you're going to get some really crazy damage. Just your basic ball ultimate, like, you know, Vanishing Ball, Super Spirit Bomb, but it's slower than Super Vanishing Ball. Decent move there, great damage. Moving on to Death Ball, another Frieza move, 222 damage, so less damage. You can pick it up from PQ22, medium speed attack with long range. Now this move, way better tracking than Supernova and way faster, but it has less damage, of course. This move used to be completely OP with the tracking because it would be almost impossible to dodge it when the game first came out. I know I was getting spammed the shit out of by Super Saiyans using Death Ball, but it's still a decent attack now. It still has pretty good tracking. If you want to spam it, I'm not promoting it, but spamming it for PQs, of course, could be helpful. Not a bad attack there. Moving on to Heat Dome Attack. Probably one of the most useful ultimates in the game. Useless. 286 damage. You can pick it up from PQ26. Fast attack with short range. Now the thing about this ultimate is it just goes straight up. Now why the hell would you use an ultimate on enemy that's straight up above you. Trunks has this move on his character, but it makes sense for him to have it because his grab sends your opponent directly above you in the air, and then you can use it right after. But to hit this on an opponent on your created character, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna take some strategy, but if you hit them, it's a cool looking ultimate and does some decent damage. Moving on to Super Electric Strike, another former OP move like Death Ball that has been nerfed. 274 damage. You can pick it up from PQ25, a medium speed attack with long range. Reason why this used to be so OP was if you hit it once, you could hit it again and again and again, back to back, without your opponent even having time to recover, duck, or get out of the way of the next one. That has since been patched. It's pretty easy to avoid now. Still a cool looking ultimate, still decent damage there. It's not a bad attack. Next up we got Shocking Death Ball. 256 damage. You can get this from wishing for it from Shenron. So you gotta go to Shenron after getting the 7 Dragon Balls and wish for an ultimate attack. I don't know if this is the first or second. Pretty sure it's the first ultimate you get. Medium speed attack with long range. And I'm gonna be honest, the Shenron ultimates are ass. This one and the other one are pretty ass. They're the coolest looking in my opinion. The coolest looking ultimates for sure, but that's all they are. It's cool looking. Yeah. So you can put it on for style points, but that's all you're getting points for. Pretty bad attack there. Next up we got Dual Destructo Disc, 243 damage. You can pick this up from having Android 18 as your master. Fast attack with long range and great tracking. Now this ultimate, I've been caught by this using my fat mods and lots of times simply because the tracking is really good. It follows you for a really long time, and it's unblockable. Don't try to block Destructo Discs or you will get punished. So pretty cool attack there. Not the best damage, but then again, pretty accurate. Next up we got Perfect Kamehameha. Cell's move, 294 damage. Of course, you get it from having Cell as your master. Medium speed attack with long range. This move used to be a little bit OP too, having lots of invincibility frames, which I'm pretty sure are all gone now. This can be broken by a charged heavy attack. There's a Z-Soul to buff this up. The Z-Soul, I believe, if you have it on, you won't be able to take damage, and your guard won't be able to be broken when you have the Z-Soul on and you're using it. So that could be useful, and paired up with having Cell as your mentor, that could be a good setup. Get the Z assist, the extra damage, and invincibility during use. Not a bad move there, pretty good damage. Slower than Super Kamehameha, but more damage. So, depends on what you want. Next up, we got Innocence Breath, 293 damage. You can pick it up from PQ40, and I believe you can buy it from the shop as well, because that's what I remember doing when I got it. I think it's 125,000 points, 125,000 Zenny, which was a big deal to me when I bought it the first time. This move is actually what I used to get past the Bardock mission. I don't know how I got past it with this, but that's what I used. Slow attack with medium range. It can get a lot of enemies, which is probably how I got past the Bardock missions, because I was just swooping the enemies by. Not a bad attack there for PQs. Wouldn't recommend it for PvP, because you're kind of dancing around doing an animation before even using the ultimate. Gives your opponent of a little caution of what's to come. Next up we got Assault Rain. Awesome move. I always loved it when Super Buu did this in the other Dragon Ball Z games. 278 damage. You can pick it up from PQ37. Slow attack with long range. Again, pretty good tracking on this move. It will follow your opponent no matter where they are. The Ki Blast, being shot in the air, will not only go to one direction. If your opponent moves, the blast will move with him. And yeah, a cool combo I found with this is if you use Innocence Cannon, which is a super attack, the one that traps them in a ball, and you send them flying. Use this right after using Innocence Cannon, and they won't be able to escape it. They won't be able to escape the ultimate. So it's guaranteed damage there if you manage to get them in Innocence Cannon. Try out that combo, see how it works for you. Next up, we got Super Vanishing Ball. Probably one of my favorite ultimate attacks, simply because, well, let's see here. 371 damage. You can pick it up from PQ38. Fast attack with long range. Now, 371 damage, great damage, fast attack, and has long range, and has decent tracking. Basically, you got the best of the best here. A very well-rounded attack. Probably your best option for PQs, and a great move for PvP as well. If your opponent's out of stamina, they won't be able to escape this move, that's for sure. And has amazing damage as well. I recommend that for any situation. Next up, we got Teleporting Vanishing Ball, the mini Super Vanishing Ball. 284 damage. You can pick it up from PQ48, medium attack with long range, and this move is ass. You're not going to be hitting this move, to be honest. Even if your opponent's not moving, sometimes it won't hit them. I don't know why. It should be teleporting to them, and teleporting's in the name. It should be going right to them, but pretty inaccurate move there. I would just go with a regular Super Vanishing Ball. Yeah. Next up, you got Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack. Of course, you'll need to having Go Tanks as your master. 292 damage. Slow attack with long range. This move is pretty much deemed useless now to me. Personally, it used to be a great move because at invincibility frames, you were completely invincible while getting your ghosts out. But now, all ultimates are breakable, and the really long animation for this move basically makes it useless, as anyone can just come up to you, break your guard, and punish you if you even try this. So honestly, this ultimate's basically useless now. Wouldn't recommend this for anything. Yeah, next up we got Maiden Blast, another nerfed move. This used to do crazy damage before, now it only does 186 damage, which is really pathetic. You can get it from having Pan as your master. It's a fast attack with short range. You can do some cool combos with this. If you're a melee and the Ki Blast focus character, well, you don't even have to be melee focused. You can, do a combo, you can knock away combo and they're flying at you. You can hit this, you can toss them in the air, catch them with this. You can just throw some punches at them and use this right after. Nobody will ever expect it, and it's pretty hard to get out of. The only way to get out of it is a very well-timed evasive attack. Although it doesn't do as much damage as it did before, still you can stack up a nice combo with it. Get your opponent's HP down. What do we got next? Ice Cannon. 120 damage, which is very low, but you can pick it up from DLC 2, PQ1, fast attack with short range. Although the damage is really low, it does freeze your opponent for a useless amount of time. Freezes them for like 2 to 3 seconds, which pretty much you don't get anything. You don't have a window to do anything in that much time because you're still doing a little bit of an animation while they're frozen. It's a cool looking attack, and of course, like Maiden Blast, you can throw it in the middle of your melee combos. Yeah, cool attack there. Next up, we got Minus Energy Powerball. This is the other Shenron ultimate you can get from wishing for it from Shenron. 212 damage, slow attack with long range. Yep, again, pretty ass. Both the Shenron ultimates are ass, but they look cool. I mean, look at this thing, it's awesome. You make a huge ass ball, and then you condense it into shit. Yeah, next up we got times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. Always been the #1 most OP move in all the Dragon Ball Z games, but not in this one. Second highest damage actually. The #1 damage is still Requiem Ultra Fighting Bomber, which was in the last episode. Last part of the All Ki Blast series. Always been one of my favorite ultimates, Requiem Ultra Fighting Bomber, but times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha does 395 damage. You can pick it up from PQ54, medium speed attack with medium range. I believe if you lock off from your opponent, you can turn the Big Bang. You can turn it in any direction, which can be useful at times. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get around though, but if you do hit your opponent with this, you stack up some serious damage, that's for sure. Next we got Serious Bomb, 342 damage, not bad. You can pick it up from DLC 2, PQ2 in DLC 2. Fast attack with short range. This is like the better version of Maiden Blast and Ice Cannon. It does more... Well, let me take that back, actually. It's basically on par with them because of the fact that it barely ever hits. If you guys have tried this move, you know what I mean. When you use it, sometimes the actual ultimate, like the beam that you throw after the punch, doesn't even hit them. Sometimes it just goes right through them. Your opponent rolls out of it. But it does more damage than Maiden Blast and Ice Cannon, and it's one of those fast punching startup Ki Blast. So you can do this in the middle of a combo. If you're lucky enough to get the actual Ki Blast part to hit after that, then you'll stack up some serious damage. Next we got Symphonic Destruction. Fucking classic move right here. Everybody was using this move until it got breakable. Now you can just fly around this move and break the opponent's stamina and punish them. Before you had to punish them with Special Beam Cannon, which you still can do, but still a really great ultimate. 357 damage. Pick it up from PQ40. Fast attack with medium range. Really huge hitbox, so don't be afraid to use it if your opponent's a little bit too much to the left or a little bit too much to the right. Usually it will hit them regardless, which is why it's such a great move. And also, not a lot of evasives can get you out of it, like Angry Shout, stuff like that, where you just do a little bit of explosive, don't actually evade the scene, you'll still be stuck in it, which is cool. Next up, lastly, we got Saiyan Spirit. I had to hop on my female Saiyan to use this attack. No worries though, I did the math, the calculations to get the damage proportional to all the others, so 239 damage. Pick it up from PQ54, fast attack with short range. There are a bunch of Z-Souls that'll help this out. I'm pretty sure there are at least 2 or 3 Z-Souls that buff up the effects of this or have an added bonus when you use this. Really, really cool looking attack, but it's Saiyans only. And yeah, that's gonna be it for all the Ki Blast ultimates. Get ready for the Strike ultimate. We're gonna start it right off with Super Elite Combo, 192 damage. You can pick this up from having Jacko as your master. Your mentor, of course, you gotta have DLC 3 to get him. It's a fast attack with short range. Cool looking attack here. You go slow motion upside down, fire a little shot at your opponent, which is awesome. Jacko's an awesome character. So cool move there. Next up we got Unrelenting Barrage, which is ass. I'll tell you why in a second here. Well, it can be good. Basically this move is 212 damage, which is not bad. Pick it up from PQ3, medium speed with short range. Think about this move is pretty long animation before you do it, but your opponent always sees it coming, and you're just like it's pretty hard to get all 8 hits off because you're just flailing back and forth, and your opponent can sometimes fall out or completely miss it. And yeah, if you do manage to hit them, even if they're blocking, it breaks their stamina pretty quickly, which is cool. And yeah, not bad damage there. Next up we got Paralysis. Pick this up from PQ11, 192 damage, slow attack with long range. This attack is going to be hard to hit because of a little animation before, and your opponent can just move in either direction to dodge it. But if you do manage to hit your opponent with this, as you can see, you'll freeze them for a moment. And yeah, it'll do some decent damage. You can do whatever you want after they're frozen for a couple seconds. Not a bad move there. Next up we got Death Meteor. Now this move did a lot more damage than I expected. 308 damage in comparison to the others. Pick it up from PQ16, slow attack with long range. Again, the Strike Ultimate is not very good because you have a really low chance of hitting your opponent completely with this ultimate, but if you do, the damage is really nice on this. Yeah, you just throw a bunch of rocks at your opponent, fuck them up. Yeah, cool move there. I think that's one of Frieza's ultimates. Next up we got Blue Hurricane. You guys already know, classic move right here. You can't really measure the damage of this, but using my character, This is not, obviously this is not the max amount of damage you can do, but 1,037 damage. Of course, if you have 100 strike super with any character, you can one hit almost anything. If you have 100 strike supers with this blue hurricane attack, you can pick it up from PQ10, medium speed attack with short range. Basically, the only thing you can do to get away from this move is get away. Evasives. A lot of evasives don't do anything, like explosive wave, angry shout. Evasives that keep you in place will not save you from this move. Maybe mock dash, instant rise, those things can help you, but nothing will save you. Just gotta get the fuck away. Don't block. That's the worst thing you could do, is block this thing. Alright, next up we got Victory Rush. Always been a really awesome strike ultimate. 288 damage, which is great. You can just buy this from the shop. I think that's the only way you can actually get it, is buying it from the shop. It's a fast attack with long range. Thing about this attack is I'm pretty sure it's infinite range, but it can be easily avoided. You can just move around. Pretty easy to perfect block if you get the timing down. But the other thing about this move is if you do get hit by the first hit, you're gonna get punished. You're gonna take all the damage, even if you're doing evasive. The Victory Rush after the first hit, each hit after that will teleport to you and keep hitting you, and the last hit is almost guaranteed. Unless you can snap vanish away or perfect block at the last hit of a Victory Rush, is almost guaranteed. So it's a great strike ultimate there. I would recommend that one. Next up we got Justice Combination. My favorite strike ultimate, simply because it pairs up with any melee combo and it does great damage. 288 damage. Pick it up from having Gohan and Videl as your mentors. Fast attack with short range. This move is just great for melee users. You're knocking out a heavy combo. Right at the end of it, hit this, throw in even more damage. And if you get a Z assist with this, all you gotta do to have Z assist is have the person who taught you the skill as your mentor. They'll do even more damage. So awesome attack there. Recommend that for melee users, of course. Next up we got Spirit Sword. Another awesome strike ultimate. 250 damage, although it can hit twice sometimes. The slash can hit him twice, so 500 I guess you could say. You can pick it up from PQ41, fast attack with medium range, because even if they get stuck right at the tip of it, it'll stun them, and you'll be able to swing your sword and hit them. Pretty good hitbox on it there, and yeah, not a bad attack. Awesome looking attack. Last up, Strike Super. We got Burning Spin. This is basically like a shittier version of Blue Hurricane. 359 damage. Again, you can't really measure the damage of this attack, but I tried my best. The camera angle is atrocious. You can't, like, it's so hard to control this thing. But if you do manage to get a lot of hits off, it can do a lot of damage. Get this from DLC2 PQ2. Medium speed attack with short range. It's very easy to get out of this move if you're the opponent, but if you do get hit, a lot of times it will stack up some decent damage. This move is good for certain situations. Say you and your opponent are both on the brink of death, no health left. You pop Burning Spin, and you most likely will hit them at least once or twice to finish them off, and they can't do anything to damage you. Well, I'm pretty sure they can't do anything to damage you while you're in the Burning Spin. So, if you're on the brink of death, hit this, try to get some damage off on your opponent. Best of luck to you. Alright guys, that is it. Every single attack in Xenoverse covered completely by me. I doubt any of you guys made it to the end, but if you did make it to the end, I want you guys to type, what are you guys gonna type? I want you guys to type hotdog42 in the chat. Who the hell is gonna type that? Nobody. So I'll definitely know if you guys made it to the end. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed this. You guys know how long these videos take me. Recording all this, writing down all the information, figuring out where to get the attacks, editing it, putting out all the titles. Holy shit, this was a pain in the ass to do, but I hope you guys liked it. Show me that you liked it by liking it. Holy shit. Peace out. Finally done with all the attacks. And get ready for some more stuff coming up soon, guys.